Sissinghurst Gardens. Sissinghurst Gardens. And yeah, these gardens were developed in the 1500s. So yeah, I will talk more about that as we carry on here. So here we are at Sissinghurst Gardens. This is a building right here that used to be used for drying hops. And these are the chimneys I'm just shooting up here. That's the chimneys, and we have a big light up here on the wall. I'm going to dictate for the garden show. So here we're just starting out our tour of Sissinghurst, and this is these are buildings. These are buildings that were built in the 1530s. Some of these buildings, 1530s. And here we have some lindens that have been pollarded very heavily, as you can see there. And a yew hedge. And here is a building. Here is a building that is, we're going into the building now. My dictation is not that good, but we're, yeah. And here we have the entrance to the building. There we go. And of course we have, over here we have some gardens, and got some alliums, got some digitalis going on here. And it's quite pretty. There's a real mixture of stuff in here. The roses, and up on the wall, some climbing roses. Reminds me of Dan Bruce's roses. Up on the wall there, beautiful. And we'll carry on. We are with the other side of the building. We have a great double clematis that I have never seen one so beautiful. It is a beautiful double clematis. And then a rose climbing up the wall. And various other plants in here. Got a big peony starting to bloom. Very pretty. Boxwood hedge garden. And we have some yews on the side. This is a courtyard. This is the big, this is what they call the castle, but it's not really, just people up top. People are on top. This is a beautiful little courtyard. It's gorgeous. These yews. There we go. Sissinghurst. And look at the wall covered in plant material. There's a climbing hydrangea, another rose. Oh my goodness. And there is this thing that's been pruned tight is a magnolia. The evergreen magnolia. Beautiful. This is the courtyard. And there is, look way up. And there we have the castle. I think the Friendly Giant should be in there with Jerome and Rusty the Rooster. Here we are in another garden bed. We've got our beautiful gladiolas, and man, this is very, very pretty, very pretty. These other climbing rose up against the wall here. Look at that, eh?
1490 to 1510, because it does vary from one length to the other.
Wow.
We think the building was built in three halves. This half, the other half, and then the gatehouse was added in the middle.
Mm.
Yeah. We dated the timbers that way.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, okay. This is just fantastic. Yeah, beautiful. Hmm? Oh yeah, this is something Dan Bruce would be all over this. Tudor. My I am direct descendant of Henry VII.
So, oh yeah.
Yeah, a direct descendant. Which we're very proud.
Well, the guy that built this property, Sir John Baker, he was Chancellor of the Exchequer to Henry VIII.
Okay.
And Thomas Sackville, who was Vita's ancestor, was Chancellor of the Exchequer to Elizabeth I.
Wow, wow.
So he was the second most powerful man in England in Elizabethan times.
Jeez. Well, there you have it.
And the thing about it is, he married Sir John Baker's daughter. So the two families, the Baker family that built this property and the Sackville family, are connected. And that's why Vita came here to look at this property, because she knew that there was a connection in marriage.
Mm-hmm. Very cool. Here we are at Sissinghurst, and it's another section.
A white garden.
This is the White Garden. This is called the White Garden for obvious reasons. White allium, white iris, and white digitalis, white German iris, and just white everything. Everything's white in here. If you're not white in here, you're out of here. Oh, I see something right down in there. It's sticking out like a sore thumb. Right in there. It's not white. It's pink. Oh, it's like a maze in here. And I'm going to ask this gentleman. See this gentleman here? He's a gardener. And I'm going to go in and ask this gentleman the name of a couple of pictures that I've got taken. Go through the maze here. Kind of a maze. Look at this, and she's working away, working hard. You enjoy your job?
Oh yes, very much, thank you.
Yeah. It's kind of a wet day for it, but hey.
Yeah, it's a shame about the weather.
Mm-hmm.
But we do need the rain.
Yeah, this is beautiful. You're doing a good job.
Thank you very much.
Okay, Ken, if you ever wanted to see a beautifully pruned yew hedge with an entry into it, little side entry here, look at this. Is this gorgeous or what? Ooh-wee. Now we're walking through a meadow. This is in the same garden, and this used to be, and still is, I guess, an orchard. And we're walking down a manicured pathway right in the middle of a meadow of beautiful wildflowers and grasses. And we have an apple tree here that's coming on. This is a very old apple tree with a nice garden bench. And there we are. Look at this. This is the orchard. An orchard. These old trees. Dr. Shiga would be very happy to see this orchard because these trees are not pruned like we prune them in the Okanagan. These are just left in their natural state, which is kind of neat. Pretty wet here today, but that's okay because it's England. If you're in England, you're bound to be wet. But I think I'm going to follow this pathway down here and just see what we have down here. More of the same, I think. But pretty cool. And we have two young ladies that are here. This is going on YouTube, by the way, ladies. And here we are coming down through, and there's a big bird feeder there. And something really interesting right there in the middle. I don't know what it is. Maybe a sundial, something like that. Very old anyway. And yeah, so it's a beautiful part of the garden. More quite natural. Back end of what they call the castle, Sissinghurst Castle. And come around here, and there's another building down here that's quite interesting. We're going to go have a look at. Like, I don't know what that building is, but it's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool building. I'd say that's pretty cool. Here is another beautiful courtyard garden. It is well maintained, well kept up. Very pretty. And here we have another arch and gate, which these gardens are full of these. All very, very old. Look at this walkway. Look what I've just found. The views on either side of us here, through another one of these beautiful columns. Oh, walking down the garden path here. You can go through, the birds are singing. And Donna suggested that I come down here. Oh, yeah, okay. That's a beautiful sight. And here we are. Yep. I think that might be my sister. Is that my sister coming up? It is. It's Joan, all wrapped up. This is going on YouTube, Joan. This is going to go on Ken. So say hello. You're all wrapped up. There we go.
Hello.
We're having fun.
It's me.
Yeah, we're having fun. Here's another area. We're walking down an old building, and there's an arborist. There's an arborist. An arborist pruning the tree. Look at him. I'll get a closer look at him. But this is beautiful buildings. Old buildings. I'm coming through here. I'm going to walk around through here. There we go. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, he's a pro. I can tell this guy's a pro. He's a pro. Now he's gonna break it off. You wouldn't catch me up there, Ken. Nicely done. Nicely done. Ken, this is like a young Doug Hoyle. This is what Doug Hoyle used to like to do. You got to be very careful which knot you untie when you're in that precarious position up there. Not allowed in this section here, but look at these beautiful espaliered, what looks like linden. It is linden. Espaliered linden. Beautifully done. Another area that's being looked after and maintained so we can't get into it. We're walking down another narrow pathway, hedgerows, yew on the left, elm or possibly hornbeam on the left, yew on the right, and now some boxwood. Walking down through another beautiful pathway here. Yeah, this is gorgeous. It is wonderful. Yeah. And here we have a beautiful rose, species rose, I'm sure. More lilac. We certainly have come at a good time of the year for blossoms. Things are really looking good. Here's a sweet pea. There's your sweet peas. garden area. I'm just going to do a pan and we'll pan along here. Beautiful old building. And gorgeous. And I'm going to ask these folks here, these wonderful gardeners, can I ask you another question? That beautiful old tree there that's been just so carefully preserved.
The pomegranate.
Oh, it's a pomegranate. Okay, I wondered about that. I was looking at the leaf.
Not too healthy to be eaten.
Oh, I love it.
It's lovely though.
Oh, that's just...
It will take
Hey,
time, I think.
if you
to
look
settle.
at that and you say, you know, like I had one person say, oh, that's pretty ugly. I'm going, no. People look at an old face like mine and say, it's beautiful. Coming up through the pathway here. It's kind of the working area. There's a cold frame. Cold frame. And various things. There's some pots of tulips and whatnot that were blooming earlier, I suppose. And they're just out back here for storage. And a cold frame and a greenhouse. Coming up is a greenhouse, which is beautiful. We got the weather station there. Bamboo stakes. This beautiful greenhouse. This is a aluminum greenhouse, but look at inside. Really nicely done. Lots of plants growing in there. And these are more cold frames out here. Lots more cold frames, and coming down through here. Here's the glass tops that they put on the cold frames. Well, that's a great idea. Should think of that for our own place, you know. And here's another classic greenhouse that is built against this old building. It's gorgeous, beautiful. This is the working section of this garden. I don't even know if I'm supposed to be allowed in here, but I'm here anyway, so that's okay. Can I be here? Of course I can, because you said I could. Look at this, beautiful, beautiful. As we come along through here, more and more. Yeah. Just more, all these different plants. This reminds me of our old operation, the Quonset houses. And there's another. This is a place where they've got all sorts of potted plants all lined up, ready to go. Yeah. I don't know why they have an irrigation system here. It's pouring rain.